So, episode 4 of Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, Making Waves, opens with an old fisherman offering an award to capture a giant fish at the beach. Of course, since it's an award, a trophy if you will, the Ass Clowns Victor and Monty, just more namely Victor, wants the trophy. So they have to devise some kind of device, or at least Monty does, to catch the giant fish. Well, they're not the only ones after the giant fish and the so called award. Haley, the White Ranger's father, is a marine biologist, I think that's what she said, and developed a small micro submarine or remote control submarine with a net launcher to catch said giant fish. Well, upon testing his remote control mini submarine, he thinks he comes across what he believes is the giant fish, fires his net, and instead captures this episode's monster's tsunami cannon. I guess it's a cannon that makes waves, hence the title of the episode, Making Waves. Well, in the process, not only is Haley's father's mini submarine damaged, but so is the monster's tsunami cannon, which I think is strange. It really is. How does a human net, damage a monster's giant cannon? It didn't really make much sense. But in any case, both the monster and now Haley's father have to repair their said machines. Of course, we don't want the monster to repair his cannon because he'll use it to make tsunamis. He'll use it to make huge tidal waves and try to swallow Summer Cove. Sure, it's just water. It'll cause damage, yeah, but I mean, if that's the best the monsters can come up with, I mean, that's pretty lame. You can just make yourself giant and step on the buildings and destroy them the old-fashioned way. Why do you have to have a machine that causes tidal waves to try to destroy the city when you can just do that yourselves? It's completely pointless. Anyway, there is a subplot, no pun intended, where Haley's father and Sarah's mother go out on a date. Ew. Anyway, they go out on their date, and since Sarah and Haley aren't too keen about their parents dating one another, they decide to sabotage their parents' date. There's your Power Rangers, folks. Once again, selfish, self-absorbed, and just dumb. um, anyway, apparently Haley sabotages her own father by telling him that Sarah's mother likes exotic foods, such as bugs. Again, ew. And Sarah decides to sabotage her mother by telling her that Haley's father enjoys rides, even though he has motion sickness. So you can see where this is going. They end up having a picnic. I can't believe I'm talking about picnics and dates when this is Power Rangers. I should be talking about the monsters or cool new weapons or something. No, instead we have dates, picnics, fishing contests. Anyway, they spy on their parents as they're having their date, and at the picnic, Haley's father feeds Sarah's mother a big old grasshopper. She seems to like it at first, but then when she asks what it was, because he asked her to close her eyes and open her mouth, ew. Anyway, feeds her a grasshopper. She finds out what it is, and of course she spits it out. Afterwards, Sarah's mother takes Haley's father to the park and puts him on I'm guessing it's a merry-go-round. You know, one of those old-fashioned sealed ones that you sit down and you just spin them. I figured it would have gone to like an amusement park or something, but it's Saban. I guess he doesn't have the budget for that. At least not. At least not to do that more than maybe once in an entire season. Got to pay for permits and licenses to film at an amusement park anywhere in the world. So anyway, she proceeds to spin him around. That lasts for about 10 seconds, and then he pukes. Well, apparently they decide that they're not for one another, and they go their separate ways. However, because they were together, they were fixing the Haley's father's submarine together, because Sarah's mother is also an inventor like Sarah, or an engineer, if you will, just really 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 good with tech and machines, and they basically were going to fix the submarine for the Power Rangers. The Power Rangers. Let me back up just a little bit. Sarah and Haley decide that, okay, maybe that wasn't a good idea, because Mick points out that they made a good team, and how would they feel if someone broke up their team? More morality lessons from the recycled actor with big eyebrows. All right. So they decide, oh, we've got to fix this. We've got to get them back together somehow. So they decide to morph, and the Power Rangers themselves invite Haley's father and Sarah's mother back to the school. Again, no other locations they can pay for. It's got to be at the school. Not even wondering, not a single time, their parents wondering, why are the Power Rangers calling us to our kids' school, to their same shop class that they attend, to ask us to fix the submarine that they really even shouldn't know about. The Power Rangers should have never seen the submarine to their knowledge, so they obviously can't put two and two together and figure out that these two girls are their daughters. Anyway, they convince them that they're a good team, they work together, so they need to fix the submarine so the Rangers can use the mini submarine to find the monster and his cannon once again. Again, they're Power Rangers. They have Zords and superpowers. They can't build like a tracking device of their own to find this thing. No, it's got to be their father's, one of the Rangers' father's, little pet projects. Unlimited technology in the universe. Yeah, right. Needless to say, this is a really, really boring episode, guys. The last couple episodes were at least decent, had enough action in them, but this one, nah, no action really. There was one fight scene. They get to their parents fix the submarine, and the Rangers take it to the beach. And as they're getting ready to place it in the water, the monster attacks with some Basher bots. The Rangers fight them. They defeat the monster again relatively easily, but the monster decides to grow again. The Cosmo, the villain who's not supposed to be in the series, gigantifies the monster. They get in their Zords and they finish them off, but not before Mick. All of a sudden, it just cuts right back to the command center in Mick, and a new power star is coming out of the Nexus star. And, oh, look, you have a new Zord. Once again, just no explanation of how they're getting their Zords. It's just given to them at random times, and it has to be convenient because, oh, they're at the beach, so of course the Zord star that it spits out is their Surfer Zord. Great. Of course, because it's water, they have to have a Surfer Zord. But not before when Mick throws the Power Star to them. Here, I got a new Power Star for you. Throws it. Instead of the Rangers catching the star actually hits Haley's father's submarine and turns the submarine into a Zord. Wow. Just wow. And because the his little submarine just happened to look like a miniature version of this Surfer Zord, or this submarine Zord, if you will. I just can't buy it. It's just not the way that it happened in Shuriken Sentai Ninja. Again, like I said before, they changed so much stuff. It's ridiculous. But I'm tired of them changing things. Adapting is one thing, but changing it entirely is another. They could have worked in the same storyline from Ninja or how they got the Zord, but they decided not to. Again, disappointing me as a fan. But the submarine, obviously, once the star touches it, it turns into the Zord, turns giant. The Gold Ranger says, "Let me take it for a ride." Jumps in the Zord. They all call their Zords, form the Megazords, destroy the monster. Simple as that. Of course, afterwards, Haley's father doesn't seem to have any problem with the fact that the Rangers just took his mini submarine and never gave it back, with no explanation. So that was actually kind of messed up. And of course, because the Rangers have to be pricks at first, but then apologize later, of course, the honesty gets the better of them, and Sarah and Haley decide to come clean with their parents that they tried to sabotage their parents' date, and figured that they're not going to get in the way anymore. Their parents work well together. Let them be together. And the episode ends with the ass clowns, Victor and Monty, once again trying to dupe their way into becoming famous by winning this award for catching the giant fish. In the lamest way possible. You want to guess how? You really want to guess how? Monty dresses up in a damn fish suit. I'm really at my wit's end. I really am. A fish suit. And of course, the old fisherman is not buying it. Cuts the suit open. I'm too bad he didn't kill Monty. That would have been actually entertaining. And busts them out and takes the trophy back from Victor and kicks him out. And that's the end of the episode. Not exciting. Not entertaining. Just boring, sappy, and just poor effort. Poor effort for episode 4 of Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel making waves. Such a poor effort. If there was anything cool about it, it was just the fact it was the transformation sequence of the Surfer Zord, which I've seen already in Shuriken Sentai Ninja. So nothing new, nothing grand. That's it, guys. So until my next review, until my next video, thanks for watching, guys. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. You guys all know the deal. Feel free to leave comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. Let me know what you think of Ninja Steel or Super Ninja Steel altogether, because I'm just not impressed. I can't wait for the next American series. I really can't. I can't wait to start watching Uchu Sentai Kyuranger once I receive it on DVD. I'll thoroughly enjoy that. I'll get the nachos, the popcorn, some beer. I'll just have a good old time watching that. But this, no, ain't gonna happen. So, later, guys.